The world is undergoing major development, major transformation, and a major adjustment. Uncertainties and destabilizing factors are notably on the rise. China, Russia, and India, as three major countries with world influence and major emerging markets, have come to realize the international responsibilities on us and are ready to play a positive role for ensuring the steady growth of the international situation through stronger strategic communication and coordination, and bring more certainties and positive energy to the world. In the just concluded meeting, Minister Swaraj, Minister Lavrov, and I have followed the spirit of openness, solidarity, mutual understanding, and mutual trust, and held in-depth discussions on the international situation and major issues of common interest. This is an efficient, practical, and successful meeting. We believe all of our three countries are in critical historical period of development and rejuvenation. We have many similarities in our domestic and foreign policies. It is necessary for us to learn from each other to achieve common development and common progress. I have briefed the other two ministers on the 19th National Congress of the CPC to China and the whole world. In particular, I have briefed them about the guidelines and policies of China's diplomacy for a new era. I stressed that China will achieve national rejuvenation through peaceful development and blaze a path of rejuvenation different from traditional powers. China would like to follow the trend of the times and the aspirations of the international community and work with other countries to foster a new type of international relations based on mutual respect, justice, fairness, and win-win cooperation, and build an open, inclusive, clean, and beautiful community with a shared future for mankind that enjoys lasting peace, universal security with a shared future for mankind that enjoys lasting peace, universal security, and common prosperity. This is very similar to the vision of India and Russia and has received good comments from the other two countries. Our three countries have agreed to strengthen our bilateral relations, expand trilateral cooperation, and while developing ourselves, make due contribution to regional and world peace and prosperity. Through the trilateral and bilateral meetings, our two sides have further identified our commonalities on international political, economic, and security affairs. First, we support the UN in playing an important role in international affairs, and we uphold the purposes and principles of the UN Charter, abide by the basic norms governing international relations, and respect the right of various countries in independently choose their development path and social systems. Second, we will keep to political settlement for the hotspot issues and difficult issues, and respect the dialogue and consultation between countries directly concerned, leverage the role of the UN as the main channel, oppose the willful use of force. Third, we oppose hegemonies and power politics, do not approve of running spheres of influence or forming cliques, and promote democracy and rule of law in international relations. Fourth, we will strengthen international and regional cooperation on counter-terrorism, eliminate the breeding ground of terrorism, combat the three forces of regional terrorism, separatism, and extremism. Fifth, we will facilitate the establishment of an open world economy and achieve innovative, interconnected, inclusive, and sustainable development. Sixth, we will work together to make economic globalization more open, inclusive, mutually beneficial, and balanced that delivers benefits for all to achieve rebalancing of globalization. Seventh, we will promote reform of the global economic governance system and raise the representation and voice of emerging markets and developing countries. Eighth, we will uphold the global multilateral trading regime, oppose protectionism in all forms, and support the WTO in playing its due role. Ninth, we will facilitate the implementation of the Sustainable Development Agenda 2030 and form a global landscape of cooperation with the UN as the core, the North-South cooperation as the main channel, and South-South cooperation as the supplement. 10th, we will promote the connectivity building of the Eurasian continent, follow the principle of extensive consultation, joint contribution, and shared benefits, commit to policy, infrastructure, trade, financial, and people-to-people connectivity, ensure that our connectivity initiatives complement instead of contradicting with each other, and supplement instead of conflicting with each other to foster scale effects and regional integration. We have also had discussions on Afghanistan, the Middle East, and other international and regional hotspot issues and reached consensus on these issues. And we have agreed to facilitate the resolution of relevant issues and their political settlement. The Indian and Russian foreign ministers have expressed their active support to China in hosting the 16th Russia-India-China foreign ministers meeting next year in China. China is satisfied with the outcomes of the meeting. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Minister Swaraj and the Indian government once again for their efforts made for the success of the meeting and for their hospitality for the Chinese delegation. I look forward to meeting with you next year in China. Thank you.